For centuries, two giants grew in the Mediterranean. One, a republic of farmers and soldiers, masters of the land. The other, a maritime empire of merchants and sailors, rulers of the sea. Rome had no navy. Carthage had no equal on the waves. This is the story of how Rome, a nation that feared the water, built a fleet from nothing, and invented a weapon that turned the sea into a battlefield of its own making. This is Rome versus Carthage. The First Punic War. The year is 264 BCE. The island of Sicily is the prize. A crossroads of trade, a breadbasket of grain, a strategic gem floating between Italy and Africa. Whoever controls Sicily controls the central Mediterranean. For generations, Carthage and the Greek city-states, led by Syracuse, fought over this island. Rome stayed on its peninsula. But a crisis in the city of Messana changes everything. Mercenaries known as the Mamertines seize Messana. Facing a siege from Syracuse, they make a desperate plea for help. First to Carthage, then to Rome. Carthage, already the dominant naval power in Sicily, agrees, securing a foothold in the city. For the Roman Senate, this is a red line. A Carthaginian fortress just a stone's throw from Italy? Unacceptable. The decision is made. The legions cross the Strait of Messana, an act of war. The First Punic War has begun. On land, the Roman legions are unstoppable. They push back both Syracuse and Carthage, securing much of eastern Sicily. But war is not fought only on land. Carthage controls the sea. Its massive navy, hundreds of quinqueremes, blockades the coast, raids Italian shores, and resupplies its Sicilian strongholds with ease. Rome's armies are stuck. They can win battles, but they can't win the war if they can't control the water. Roman supply lines are vulnerable. Carthaginian garrisons can hold out forever. The Senate realizes a bitter truth. To defeat Carthage, Rome must become a sea power. But how? They have no experienced shipbuilders, no veteran admirals, no crews trained for naval combat. Legend says they find a stranded Carthaginian quinquereme and reverse engineer it. True or not, the ambition is insane. Rome orders the construction of over 100 warships. A fleet from scratch. While the ships are built, thousands of new recruits train on land. They sit on wooden benches arranged like the decks of a ship and practice rowing in unison to the beat of a drum. Awkward, desperate, but it's a start. They are not sailors. They are soldiers being sent to sea. This simple fact will change everything. Rome knew it couldn't outsail Carthage. So they decided not to. They would outfight them. Their engineers devised a new weapon, a secret weapon. The Corvus, or the crow. It was a simple, brutal device, a heavy boarding bridge, about 36 feet long with a large, sharp spike at its end. Mounted on a swivel at the bow of the ship, it could be raised and then dropped onto an enemy deck. The spike would bite deep into the wood, locking the two ships together. The sea battle was over. A land battle had just begun. The year is 260 BCE. The new Roman fleet, commanded by Consul Gaius Duilius, sails to face the Carthaginian navy off the coast of Mylae. The Carthaginian admiral, Hannibal Gisco, is supremely confident. He sees the clumsy Roman ships and expects an easy victory. His experienced crews maneuver with speed and grace, preparing to ram the Romans into splinters. The Carthaginians close in. The first Roman ships appear to be easy prey, but then something unexpected happens. Massive gangways slam down from the Roman vessels, crashing onto the Carthaginian decks. The crow has struck. Before the Carthaginian sailors can react, Roman legionaries swarm across the bridges. On the decks of their own ships, the Carthaginians are no match for heavily armed and armored Roman soldiers trained for close-quarters combat. Panic spreads through the Carthaginian fleet. Ship after ship is captured. The Carthaginians, masters of naval tactics, are baffled. Their rams are useless. Their speed is negated. The Romans have turned a naval engagement into a series of infantry skirmishes. Hannibal Gisco himself barely escapes by transferring to a small boat. At the Battle of Mylae, Rome achieved the impossible. They destroyed or captured nearly 50 Carthaginian ships. It was a stunning, decisive victory. For the first time, Carthage had been defeated in a major naval battle. The news sent shockwaves across the Mediterranean. Mylae wasn't the end of the war, not even close. But it was a profound turning point. The Corvus had given Rome a fighting chance at sea. They were no longer confined to the land. They could now challenge Carthaginian supply lines, support their own armies, and contest control of the seas around Sicily. The psychological impact was immense. Rome, the land power, now believed it could win on the water. This victory emboldened the Senate. Their ambition grew. Why stop at Sicily? The war would escalate, leading Rome to dare the unthinkable, to take the fight directly to Africa, to the shores of Carthage itself. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for the next episode.